South Africa will be hosting the key BRICS summit later this month. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, after a telephonic conversation with the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, has confirmed that he will be attending the summit in person in Johannesburg. With this, a key focus of the summit becomes Prime Minister Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping coming together in the same room, and amid their frosty relations, of course. The ongoing territorial dispute between India and China remains unresolved, and it is yet to be seen if both the leaders can break the ice in the upcoming summit. Apart from this, another disagreement among both leaders is regarding the BRICS expansion. The matter is expected to be one of the top agendas of the upcoming summit. China is vying for the BRICS enlargement as it seeks to increase its political influence at the time of heightened tensions with the United States. With the expansion, China seeks to get more countries to oppose the US-centric global order and follow the Chinese principles of international institutions. India is expected to delay the expansion, however, considering many of the nations who are aspiring to join the group are India's strategic allies, including the UAE, Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. And it is not going to be easy. Though the upcoming summit faces a series of challenges, the meeting of powerful nations, which represents the example of the growing multipolar world, is likely to bring key outcomes and is expected to determine the BRICS' role in global strategic and economic development. Our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibbal sent us this report on the BRICS summit.
It's now given that the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be travelling to Johannesburg, South Africa later this month to attend the BRICS summit. Now, India will, of course, will be focusing on its relationship with African countries, given that other African leaders are also expected to be invited by South Africa. And India, at the chair of the G20 grouping, has been calling for inclusion of African Union as a permanent member of the G20 grouping, something that is expected to be discussed between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his counterparts at the BRICS summit. But also focus will be expansion of the grouping. India has been calling for laying down of rules for inclusion of future members in this grouping, and more than 20 countries are interested in being part of the BRICS grouping. But all in all, a focus will also be on whether there will be a meeting between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping. Relationship remains in deep freeze, but any meeting will be seen as a big breakthrough. With video journalist Sanjeet Siddhant Sibbal for WION in New Delhi.